As you seek to live out your calling, sometimes it's not the battles that you face on the outside of you, but it's the enemy within that's most likely to stop you. Now, as the ENFP, as the visionary, as the person that is an inspirer, and as an influencer, you have a different way to sabotage yourself. Now, we all have ways of doing it, but I just want you to be aware and hopefully find some ways out of it. For you to have success in what you want and getting out of the trap of self-sabotage, you being connected with the belief and confidence is super important. The Bible says that anyone who thinks something but then begins to think something else, if you believe for a moment but then you change that belief, you're like this wave out here. It's just pushed by the wind in you because you're receptive to sometimes even more spiritual messages. You can be pushed back and forth by things. You can feel like you're getting excited about something, but the truth is that you're just being blown back and forth from one belief to a new belief. But my question to you is, you look at what it is that's happening in your life. Do you feel like you're progressing? Is what you're doing moving you forward? If you're functioning in your design, it should be joyful. It should be powerful. You should feel alive. You should feel passionate. Passion is, I think, one of those indicators of whether or not you're living in purpose. So let's take a quick look at the top 5 self-sabotage traps of the ENFP. Now, you're a visionary. You are someone that is driven by being unique, by creating something new out of what was old, by creating transformation. And if you see something as not unique enough, you might overlook it. And so one thing that we can do is we can create more complexity than is necessary. I remember when I was starting my first business and I fell into that trap. I had a product that I wanted to bring out, but I just wasn't willing to look imperfect. I wasn't willing to look stupid. I wasn't willing for others to see me in a way that was less than. And so I put a whole lot of effort into my website, redesigning my website, redesigning my videos, and I would do it over and over and over again. And I got one client that never paid. And it's because I was spending so much time on looking good that I never actually went out and did anything with it. So maybe that's one that's grabbing you. The next one I would say is common to all people. It is your persona. All of us have a version of ourselves that we've created so that we can get something from other people. The word persona actually comes from a Greek word, and it was actually a theater term. And every time they would change characters, the person would go in and put on another mask or persona. And your persona is your mask. A lot of times we've learned to succeed that way. And for someone who is creative and unique and all of those things, there's oftentimes this persona that we put on that's completely opposite of that. So you may be someone that is confused by the fact that you tested as an ENFP, or you are in Jungian archetypes, you are the shaman, or you are the creator, and you feel like, I'm not very creative. Well, I'm telling you, you probably are, but you've been hiding it for a lot of years. You put on a persona so that you could succeed. And so that's another way that we can fall into that, another sabotage that you can be creating. So are you trying to play like the serious you? Are you trying to play like the one that has everything together, this structured, intelligent you? Or are you willing to sometimes follow the intuition? You're more built for intuition. Unfinished work. You're so afraid that something might not turn out to be the most perfect, beautiful, wonderful thing in the world. And so what you end up doing is not finishing your work. Leonardo da Vinci was actually in your same category as well. As a matter of fact, when he died and they cleared out all of his stuff, he had so many unfinished belongings that as time went on, people weren't even sure what belonged to him and what didn't belong to him. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're afraid to to bring something less than perfect to other people. You're afraid of what that would reflect for you as a creator. So that's one, not finishing. Another one would be over finishing. This would be like me with the website that I was telling you about earlier. There was a Dutch ship in the 1500s, 16 called the Vasa. And this is one of those things, they wanted it to be perfect. And because they wanted it to be perfect, the king kept asking the engineers to add on more beautiful things, more cannons so they could look stronger, more artwork and more sculptures. And this beautiful ship set sail and sank on the very same day that it set sail. It was over-engineered. And so maybe that's something that you've been doing as that ENFP, as that creator, as that shaman. You're over-engineering everything so that it is just like everything is beautiful. Every part of it is perfect. Is that you? But let's talk about the 5 ways that today you can go and get out of some of this self-sabotage. Now, the very first thing I would say is, like, as believers, number one, renew your mind. We're going to come to that at the end of this, like a little bit of foreshadowing, but it's about becoming a new creation. And the more that you walk in these self-sabotage things, it's just going to feel like weight. And so the very first thing I want you to do is recognize when things feel heavy, when you're not joyful, when you're not connected, when you're not activated. Recognize. You've got to see it. And when you do, go to the Lord and ask for the exchange for that light yoke, that easy burden, that light burden. Let's do this real quick. Ask God, first off, like, what is that next thing? What is the priority? And that's where we're going to start. Number one, just 5 things you're going to prioritize. And prioritizing looks like this. It's you saying, hey, there's lots of stuff I'm going to do, but what do I do first? Your mind might have been called ADHD in the past. You're not ADHD. You just see a lot of things that you can do. There are works, there are ideas. You're the idea person. And here's the thing about ideas. Not all ideas are worth doing, and not all of the ideas that you get are even yours. Sometimes you've been gifted with ideas to give to other people. And so find the idea that brings you joy, that is going to create the results that you desire, and prioritize it. And that just means this. Tell yourself you can do all of them, but this one is first. And you can only have one priority, my friend. It's what you do prior to other things. Number 2, decide. Deciding looks like this. Today, I do this. I'm removing all other options. And that's what decide means. To cut away and remove, decide, to kill and cut away other options for a time. Make that decision. And when you do that, I don't want you to feel like there's death. I want you to feel like there's life, like it's cutting away the weeds so that something can flourish with this time, with this effort, with this energy, with your paint, with your business, with whatever it is that you're doing. You're giving life to something. So decide. Next, activate vision. You are a visionary. When you start to get tangled up, it's because you're not seeing very clearly anymore. Create a compelling vision. And I think this is not optional for you. I think this is necessary. Make a vision board. And if you want to create something cool and fun and visual and just nice, like what I just now showed you, click on the link that's below. There's a course for you to join into our vision board course. It's free for you. And it might be the ramp into the way of you, the book of you, just the way that you can discover how to create for yourself. But you have to have vision. And when you start to get muddled, go imagine that vision. Go get reminded of the vision. And the final thing is to create in this world of activation. You're activated by starting, you're activated by vision, and you're activated by creating. Go make something new. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, literally write a poem, write a word, draw a picture, sing one song. If you don't create, it's like going without oxygen. So find ways to do that so you can stay activated and in flow in the rest of what it is that you're doing. That's how you create luck, is you start. That's how you create inspiration, is you show up before it does. And finally, I would ask you this, is to, when it starts to get painful, and it does, by the way, the moments before you are going to complete anything is probably the most painful moments you will go through. And that's why you might have clutter in your mind, in your life, and in your world. And that's a type of sabotage that you've built for yourself. But we're going to avoid it by going to completion and being what I say, what the Bible calls, be renewed in your mind. Frame your pain. Remember who you are. Remember why you said yes to this. Remember and renew yourself in that mind so that you're more aware of that than you are of the pain of the moment, than you are of the fear of doing it incorrectly, than you are the fear of judgment. You are alive to what you're doing and why you're doing it. Fearless creators are fearless because they finish and they're willing to be judged and they're willing to do it imperfectly because guess what? Your best work is still inside of you. Be courageous. Finish your work. Don't get distracted. Don't be sabotaged.